We'll surprise them on a Saturday at 5:44.
Yeah.
This is all I'm doing, isn't it?
Oh, you're on analytics instead of stream settings.
I didn't do anything. I didn't
No,
do anything.
I'm saying if you click there.
Oh, I see.
Go
What?
back.
What's up, y'all?
Howdy do.
Howdy do. Thank you. Yes, this is not a recording. We are live.
Meow, meow, meow.
Here, here, here.
We missed you guys.
Susan, JJ, Megan, what's up? I probably should have washed my contacts before I. Jacqueline, Shauna, Sherry. It wasn't really a vacation. I guess you could call it a vacation since we did zero work, which we needed.
We did quota painting.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. You know,
We didn't actually paint there.
yeah. Oh, Bowie, all day you've been hanging out.
Wants your attention. How
Oh
can they
my
see me if I'm
gosh.
all the way down here?
This dog. Detroit here, what's up? Alexis. La 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 la.
A little bit of Lexus.
Get spray paint off skin. The best way I've got spray paint off skin, Susan, was to just get some Dawn and just put the don't get your hands wet, just put the soap on your skin and just kind of rub it in where the spray paint is, and then get like a like a
Washcloth or sponge.
sponge with the texture on it and clean it. Just try to clean it like that, and then get your water pretty warm, and then just slowly clean it like that, and it should come off. And you guys got Bowie. That's what he looks like in black and white. He's just gonna look like a big puff bear, aren't you? He's your big puff bear. Thanks. We're back. We're back. We're glad to be back. Bowie is just greedy. What's the deal, buddy? You don't have to be up here. Is that the? Well, hold on. Okay. There you go.
Yes, I have to be
You
up.
should have to be up there. See, there's nothing up here. Isn't that fun? Yeah. We have a whole kit up here. All right. So how's everybody's Saturday? How's everybody's weekend?
Hey, where did you find those big sticks of hot glue?
It should be right there underneath all that. Try in that. There you go. Unless we moved them. It should all be in there.
I mean, there's the colored ones and the.
That's it. That's all I have.
I always thought you found the big sticks of hot glue.
So everybody, welcome. If you're new to the channel, if you're new, let's do this. We haven't done this in a minute. If you're new, just say hi, where you're from, and then how you saw us or discovered us, or did somebody tell you about us. I've got to kill a couple minutes before she's looking for something, so I would love to, and all you have to do is say hi from this, and maybe from Stone Code, or from YouTube, or a friend, or, you know, just something. I would love to, to find out where, who, and how. See, we have somebody from Australia already, Jacqueline. So it's this beautiful sunny morning here. Those are always the best.
Looks like it's gonna rain here.
Right? He's like looking at all the stuff like, what shall I paint today?
So many options.
He doesn't care. He's like, Alexis says, hi, Detroit, YouTube. Well, welcome, Alexis. I figured, Alexis, I should say. I figured that you're new. That name looked like it was new, and we don't have a lot of people from Detroit coming in.
Welcome.
Welcome. And like we always say, there's never ever any dumb or stupid questions. If you have any kind of question, it doesn't even have to regard resin. We do all kinds of artwork here. Do a lot of airbrushing, a lot of painting, a lot of chalkboard work, body painting, stone setting.
Sure.
So if you have a question, ask away.
Yeah.
Oh, we got somebody from Houston, Lamp. This is Bowie, if you haven't met Bowie. And that was Pugsley that just walked by in front.
He's gonna be a
Even if you've seen a question being
Big
asked,
cat.
don't hesitate if it didn't get answered. We don't mind answering the same question. We've done that for a couple years now.
It's true.
That's what we're all about. So it looks like she's mixing up some resin. So what she's going to be doing today is one of our 3D. Is it 3D?
Sure.
It's kind of a 3D. You got to back up just a little bit, Bowie. Thank you.
Geode
All right,
cradle
sit down.
board.
Thank you. Okay. She's going to be doing it's basically a 3D geode. Oh, and I'm sorry, if you're new here, this is what I was planning on doing in the first place. I'm Jeff. Erica's over there. We're Artists Till Death. We are artists from Dallas, Texas, and this is our YouTube channel. So thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. We're trying to get to that 50K. And we thank you for showing up today. So yeah, she's going to be doing a beach scene on basically a three-dimensional
Geode cradle board.
geode cradle board. So let's get right into it.
I'm so curious what they're doing over there.
They're having like a little thing.
Fiesta?
Somebody got a airbrush kit for their birthday. That's always fun. Oh, Bowie, please don't jump off like the cat does. Thank you. I wish this camera was. Oh, you know what? That's how I do that. I'm gonna move. I haven't done this in what, a week? I'm
Been a
gonna pop
minute.
the chat out.
Do I have everyone's
Here,
faces? Or are they still over there?
Faces?
Yeah. Are they looking over here? Or are they still looking
Yeah,
over
they're
here?
over there.
Okay. So I'm using it's called celestial fire glass. It's like chunks, like larger chunks, to put in this depressed area, or the slanty area. I went ahead and just spray painted it some colors, and it's got this ridge cut out in the back so that we can hang it. We're debating on carrying these on the website, so I want to know what you guys think after we finish it. So first thing, I'm going to glue some of these celestial crystals onto my surface. And the idea is that this is the sandy area and the beach is going outward. But I still want it to look geode. It's a technical term.
Terry says, I can't read that last name. I don't want to destroy the last name. I'm a horrible reader, so bear with me. And speller, so don't ask me to spell something unless you write it down. Terry says, I was watching YouTube videos of Clara, Mixed Media Girl, and ATD, and you all talked about each other's channels, so I subscribed to all three. And all three of you guys are my favorite.
Aw,
Thank you.
We definitely support each other, which I think is important.
It's Susan Campbell's birthday on Monday.
Happy early birthday. Whose birthday is it?
It's your birthday.
What?
Do we have a small one of those that we can show like what it looks like from the back side?
I flipped this one over and showed him.
Oh, did you? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Now, y'all don't worry about having to sit here and watch me hot glue these individually all the way around. I'm not gonna do that.
Gina said, Erica, no strings if you UV epoxy your stones, just saying.
That's true, but then I have to hold a UV light for 5 minutes.
You have to mix it? Oh, no, you don't have to
No,
mix.
it's one part. Something touch his foot?
A cat? Now I have both. You guys, these animals do not even like, they don't do this during the daytime. But once we go live, that would be a cattail. Wow, look at this. Like, it's like I'm Steve Irwin. I haven't cleaned my disc off in like a week. So, and that's very rare for me.
It's true.
So now it's like they're just trying to walk around all the papers, and I made a couple masks. Bowie, what? You're just trying to do things now that are just trying to make me irritated, but I know it. I know that's what you're doing on purpose. Bo, you gotta sit down and stay sat down, bud, okay? I know, it's hot. It's hot up here, isn't it? Well,
Dad,
for
can you just bring my fan over here? If he could talk, that's what he would say right now.
It's true. Jennifer Harding says, Erica and Jeff, thank you so much for doing these videos. I've learned so much. That's what we're here for.
It's true.
You know, and it's funny because I never thought, I thought about making some ATV rags. What do you guys think about that?
Squirrel.
Not really necessarily for resin, but for, you know, just use. Just cleaning stuff, wiping your hands off, you know.
What were you gonna say
What?
to Jennifer's comment?
Oh, I know. That's what we do it for.
And you never thought
And I never
something.
thought that we would be doing as much as we are doing. Like, you know, especially myself, like, I was very mindset of doing airbrush my whole life. Like, never wanted to do YouTube, and so this one came along over here.
the world is welcome.
What's up, Carla? Got you, Terry. Her husband is German, Polish. I was just making his feet.
Cat's just sitting here judging me, it looks like. Like, I thought you said you weren't going to stone the whole thing all the way around. Don't worry about
I'll
what
give
I'm
you guys a
doing,
close
Pets.
up of what she's doing here with the middle. If you guys have any questions about this, let us know. We'll try to answer as much about that, about the board. We kind of know how he makes these, just because they're made by the same guy that makes our cradle boards. But if he could, that would be awesome if he was here to answer questions.
That's kind of why I'm trying to go early today, because he's doing a drop-off. I think today.
Bowie pants.
I promise y'all, this is the boring part. I'm sorry it takes so long. So we had a good time on our work trip / just get out of the house for the first time in like forever.
It's true.
We were very safe.
We got to watch my friend bet hundreds of thousands of dollars on the craps table.
Absolutely insane.
I would give you guys the overhead shot, but it's just would be just a shot full of hair. The Anne Marie shot, camera angle. My friend is a professional poker player, and you know when they say you got to bet big to win big.
That's his whole
That
motto.
is the definition. And when you lose, you double it. So when he loses about
He loses
30
a house
to-
at a time.
30 to probably 100 grand. So then he just kind of doubles all of that.
It's insane.
It's pretty insane, yeah. Virginia asks, how did you like acrylic pouring? We love to do it. We just hate to waste so much paint and mixing all the colors. That's what I hated about it. And we used to do it before we started doing resin. That's what she got into before she discovered resin.
I don't mind it. I didn't feel like I was very good at it, and we did feel like we wasted a lot of paint because we would end up scraping a lot of them off.
Alexis Bowen asks, do you ever have? It's funny because I read it without the "do you ever" or "ever." So I read it. Do you have a problem with? And I was like, wait a minute, what? She asked, do you have a problem with hot glue breaking down over time?
I'm not sure, but
She doesn't leave a lot of exposed hot glue on there. It's normally covered or surrounded by resin. So the resin is setting it, right?
right. I'm just using these to get them to stay where they are until the resin covers it, and then at that point, the resin will set it where it is. I wouldn't just hot glue something and just leave that as the only bonding agent, because I don't know if it breaks down over time. I do know that it's not the most reliable adhesive, but it's not the permanent part of it. It's just to hold it till the resin covers what I need it to cover. Some of these I don't even think are touching anything where I put the hot glue.
Holly says, woohoo, ATD, on my way to Florida for vacay. 3 hours left to drive. That 3 hours will go by quick. We drove to Florida
Yeah, we drove to Megan's house.
Yeah.
That was a nice round, like 18 hours.
Well, we did quite a bit. We did quite a bit of acrylic paint, and it was just, man, you just waste a lot of paint. You waste a lot of paint to make something look good, which, you know, you got to do what you got to do, but there's just so much variables in getting it just right, and I just remember one day, and she was like, well, they're putting paint in the resin. And I'm like, well, why don't we just do that? Why are we doing this and then doing, you know, putting resin over it? She was like, let's do this, try this, and then, well, first we started using acrylic in resin, and that's even a little more risky because you can't put too much in there. And then we found some pigments, and all changed from there.
It's true. It's all true. I'm almost done with the boring part, you guys. If my hypothesis is correct, this is going to look really awesome. Also just got some brand new pigments in from Color Obsession. I'm going to send out an email after the live with all the new colors. We're also filming this process if you want to watch the time-lapse version.
I keep forgetting about that. We have a time-lapse version YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to probably start. I always forget, and I never talk about it. ATD time-lapse?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. So if you guys prefer or don't mind watching just time-lapse stuff, do you do any kind of editing, or do you talk? Do you do voiceover, or
I usually
typing, or
most of it's just typed, but there are a couple
she
that
does a
will
little
be
bit of information
voiceover.
on there? Yeah, Susan, that's one thing that we didn't like about it too. But then that's when you put resin over it so that it's shiny. But then you have to worry about if you put some additive in there that's going to make the resin fisheye or pit, or, you know, not even dry. Like, it was so sketchy.
It's not a bad way to paint. I'm more successful this way, and why not do what you're better at?
Oh yeah. Well,
If you want to do,
you have like the way Marcy has it. She's got it down.
yeah, if you want to learn how to do acrylics, watch Mixed Media Girl or Melly D or Anne-Marie Ritterhoff. They're champions in the field. You did what? No.
Valerie says, I finally got to use my ocean kit. First time using resin. It was definitely very challenging for me. Didn't come out as amazing as you guys would, but hey, I gotta start somewhere. And that's exactly what we always tell people. Everybody starts out not knowing. You just don't come into this because you watch 10,000 videos and you could be a pro. Like, it's always different once you start mixing with resin, and we understand that. So that's why we always tell people, ask us any question you want, and don't be afraid of it. It's, you know, if you mess it up, sand it down and paint right over it. That's, you know. And once you get comfortable, you can put, you know, your rocks or sand or whatever you put on top of that. If you're if you know you're not going to be painting over it. You can always start over. That's the fun part.
See. My goodness, I'm almost done with this. If I get bored doing this, I know people are bored watching it. I would have just had this done, but I know that if I did that, people would have been like, well, how is that?
Well, you guys see, it doesn't take long. If you just have your supplies ready and just don't hesitate, you know, just do it. Just do what you're there to do. And what we've been on for 6 minutes? No, 26 minutes.
It's like, it feels
No, 26 minutes.
longer than that.
This is average watch time, 6 minutes.
We have 2 more to set.
Susan said she used her chameleon paints today in the airbrush. I'm thrilled.
Aren't
It's a
they
lot of
great?
fun. Susan, did you use the transparent base? Or what did you use for your base to mix it in with? Thank you, JJ. Nene, what's up? She says it looks beautiful, E.
Well, thank you. I think we're good.
If you just joined us, she's just about done adding her stones to this 3-dimensional geode. And if you wonder what a 3-dimensional geode looks like, she'll probably pick that up. Let's go overhead and then kind of turn it to let you guys see exactly what that looks like. Oh no, this is, for some reason I thought this was one that had like all those layers.
Mm-mm. It's
That's
a
just
one
cut
layer
out.
one. It's
There's a
just-
center
it's
that's
got
cut
this.
out in there. Oh, I thought that was the one with the little layers on the bottom.
That one's over there.
Excuse me.
Okay. So my main color is going to go over this area, and it's going to be Bondi. I could technically just put clear on there.
Look at Susan, all airbrush professional over here now.
Proud
Good
of
job,
you.
Susan. So what airbrush do you have? What did you get the Pache, or do you just have? You have I don't know what kind of airbrush you use, but that's smart. Using a larger needle. That's definitely what I did.
If you were not doing detail work, there's no harm in using a bigger needle.
Nene says, I have a lot of old paint, acrylic paint that I need to get rid of. How do I get rid of it? Can it just go in the garbage?
Acrylic paint, there's no harm in that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it's all water-based paint.
But you could,
You could put it on,
the D-stash.
yeah.
So I'm using what I think is, it's not midnight,
Oh, awesome, Susan.
Nautilus blue, which I don't even think we carry.
All right, so, we got to give a shout out to, we always shout out them, but we'll give a shout out to Mike over at Stone Cold Countertops. I heard they gave us a shout out, or said our name or something the other day on their live, and that's exactly what she's using today, is Stone Cold Countertops Art Coat resin.
It says Nautilus blue, but it looks like navy.
Good evening, Angela.
They were talking about Clara's artwork, and in doing so was like, she's part of the fam, the ATD fam, check them out too. That's how we came up. So I'm using Bondi Blue Tint from Color Obsession, Snow White Paste from Color Obsession, Nautilus blue from Just Resin, which I don't even think we carry, but navy is just like it. I got a big shipment of Color Obsession in today. If you guys have been looking for Snow White or a white that makes great ocean wave cells, that's going to be the pigment for you. Just Resin Titanium is also in stock and also does great cells. Okay.
Oh, she says it's all mixed already in a squirt bottle, so I don't think it would ship well. Where do you live, Nene? Why don't you put where you live, and maybe you can put it out on your driveway, and somebody will come by and scoop it up. Or maybe take it to a well, I guess schools aren't really in. Man, I don't know, Nene. Like, I'd hate to go to waste, but I mean, I honestly don't think there's anywhere you could take it that
Think they use it?
that could use it.
It's crazy how this Bondi tint is so versatile, or any Color Obsession tint. Like, both of these are the same. What camera am I on?
You're on both. You're on overhead.
Like, this is Bondi with like 4 drops, and this is Bondi with 2 drops.
How much is in each cup, though?
I don't know. Why you ask me difficult questions? Okay, let's get this going. So I'm going to start with putting clear over my crystals to make sure that they stay where they're supposed to. And clear in the middle. I don't want any raw bits. So our next class is going to be a freeform geode, but it's going to be a clear geode. But after that, what is it that you guys want to learn? What do you want us to teach in our next online Pour With Us class?
Yeah, Nene, if you want, just post it in ATD's Poor People. Just say, hey, I have a ton of paint. I'm in this area, and if you'd like,
Come get it.
take it off my hands. Poor artist Libby says, I need a deep, dark blue, opaque color.
Shimmer or no shimmer? I want a little bit more coverage on my sandy areas.
So that's one piece. Or is that 2 pieces?
I don't know how he did it. But when he gets here, we can find out.
I'm just wondering, what if there's a little gap in there?
A gap.
If it's 2 pieces?
Well, if it's 2 pieces, then he used that wood glue to put it together, and there shouldn't be
No,
like
but I
a
wonder-
gap.
She said shimmer.
I would use Midnight Blue from Just Resin. That's my favorite dark blue shimmer. Okay.
Or just make a big sign and put it outside on your driveway. And just be like, free paint, please take as much as you want. Happy creative. Lisa Rankin says, I made a geode with black and clear pointed crystals. What color should I use to make them pop? Pink.
Pink would be good.
Did you hear me? She said, Libby said shimmer.
Yeah, I answered. I just don't want all of my sand to be covered by ocean, so I'm trying to put clear in those areas so that it shows up. Alright, now we're going to use our lightest blue mixture.
Magenta. Yep. It's always an amazing color.
So this is the 2 drops of Bondi. Instead of just putting it all out there and having a whole bunch of resin on here, I'm using my finger to spread it out and thin it, because if you put too much resin, if you put too much resin on your surface, it will run off, and too much is about an 1/8 inch. Can you guys hear music in the background?
I don't think they're doing the music, but I did hear something. Yeah. Alexis asks, I've seen videos of people making molds from silicone caulk. Do you think that's a good idea? We've done it. It's fun. If you have time and the patience, it works.
It's true.
We had an awesome time, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you, Nene. Yeah, you guys leave a thumbs up. 60 people watching, 29 likes. And math, I'm not good at math, but
Pretty sure.
there's a couple thumbs up that need to be
Thumbed.
thumbed.
So this is the 5 drop blue. And I did underpaint this because I'm using almost all transparents. But that's not necessary. If you want to just do on white, it would still look good.
And do you see how she's just pouring on a little by little? She's not trying to rush it. She's not trying to put a whole bunch of color on and then try to manipulate it at once. And she's not using any heat yet because she doesn't want to thin any of that out.
Right.
You can pop your bubbles at the end.
If I was working with a different kind of resin, I'd probably be rushing a little bit because it's a lot of space to cover. But with Art Coat, you have 2 hours at least, so use them.
That's a good idea, Stacy. A nursing home.
That's really true. It's a good one.
Yeah, if you're on our Snapchat, you're definitely seeing some fun Snapchats.
You're welcome.
You saw all the money that my friend was spending, gambling with.
Ugh. You make me sick. See, because it's transparent, you can see right through to where the color gets deeper. It's not that the resin is a deeper color at this point, it's because you can just see through it to where I underpainted. Now this one is opaque, which makes me kind of nervous, actually. I might just hold on to that for a second and use Blue Lagoon tint for this one, so it's all transparent. I'm starting with 3 droppies. This one's also by Color Obsession. Not even close.
What's up, Teresa G? How are you?
Hey, TG.
She's watching with her Auntie Annie. How are you, Auntie Annie?
That's better. That's better.
But you can still use acrylic paint if it's poured. It's just a little thinner. They're not, you know, doing super detailed paintings. You don't need like super opaque or any kind of nice paint. I'm sure it'll work. Need some color. What is that?
Was what?
Eddie's? E-D-I-E-S?
Eddie's what?
Eddie's? Just the name.
Okay. What's it? What's the full?
Eddie's Bargain House. Hello, everyone.
Oh.
I have a question. I just got on. What kind of epoxy are you using? We are using Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat Epoxy. And welcome. That's a new name. I haven't seen that one. Welcome. I hope I said that right. I'm a terrible reader.
But a brilliant artist.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna put a couple of like swishes of this Blue Lagoon through. Huh?
Just wondering why there would be that dark in there.
On the outside?
No, through where you're putting that through the clear stuff.
Because oceans have different depths than things. And it was all one color, and I wanted some differentiation. It was a hard line, and I wanted to break that up. Huh?
Teresa thought the auction was tonight. Auction?
The fire sale.
Oh, fire sale. Oh no, that's I believe that will be next week. Right?
It's a week from today, yeah? I know.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Made way too much resin. Alright, let's find a heat source. Where's my... Okay, I'm gonna have to take your heat gun.
She's just getting the heat gun, Bowie. She's just getting the heat gun, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bam Bams.
Pop and bubbles. Oops.
I don't understand how these cords get so. Look at this. Like how.
Don't know,
That's my phone.
I know. I just don't want to burn you when I set this here. Alright, so I need to push out this blue that's making its way into my sand is what I need to do. So I'm using clear to push that tinted resin outward. Because some of it has poured into my center.
I don't know how to make this to where it goes. That's a little bit better.
I didn't know I got it quite that deep in this center area.
Oh yeah?
That's what she said.
Yeah. I may scoop some of that out because I don't. We'll see. So, waves. So, my land is on the center, so I need to go around and push outward, right? I think so. If I was doing this for a commission, I would let this white set up a little longer. It's a bit on the thin side. Okay. Mid-sentence, I had a question. Should I do a ring of white and push it out, or do sections of waves pushing it out? What do you think?
Like it's coming in from. No, I think that would look. I don't know. That's kind of like. This is like you're seeing the very top of the world.
We're looking over an island, basically.
Right.
What do you guys think?
Valerie, at Fire Sales, when we put everything that we've made doing these lives or stuff that we made just to make, and just extra artwork or coasters and stuff like that, we put it on sale and go live and try to sell it. We have to make room for other stuff. Doing this just about every day, we accumulate quite a bit of artwork.
Stacks up, that's for sure.
So what you doing?
I'm pulling some of this resin out of the center. It's about at a 1/2 inch, and that's a little bit much. I'm doing that while I wait on the fam to tell me whether I should do a wave ring or broken waves.
We have a 1 waves from the middle out. Push. No, I'm trying to just like.
If I turn the heat gun on, he'll go back. He won't come over here with the heat gun.
Hi, mister. Hi. I know, you're so cute. Come over here. I don't want to do this. Hi.
Don't want any kitty to get sticky.
Hi.
So, what was the consensus?
Well, it looks like everybody's saying, oh, something different. Push the waves into the beach area. How much resin did you use? Broken waves.
Right.
You know how much resin?
I started with 20 ounces, and I probably have.
She started with a little bit more. We were talking about it before, and we thought 16 ounces, and then we thought we'll just make 20, just to. I don't know. It's like we never learn on these, but it's always better to make more than to not have enough. So we got token waves. Cindy, I know what you meant.
Let's just start here. We'll connect if we need to.
That's interesting name. Hi guys, got my order. You're welcome. Thank you.
I could be down with how this looks.
Karen Subner says, I didn't get my coasters from the last sale.
Yeah, Karen, I still have to ship yours out.
Looking good. I like this angle, like that Lucy cam. It's very bright, like it's shiny. Like it really shows how smooth the surface is and the resin. And you see how she's using the, we call it the platypus attachment to the heat gun. She's using that to move sideways, and she's going just along the back, like, I guess you would say the back side of the resin, the white. So it just kind of barely moves it outward, and she's directing that, you know, she's making it go the way she wants it to. And if you notice, she just leaves it alone. Then she tries to go over to a different part of the piece so that she's not using any heat on that same side. You want that to cool down a little bit, or else you'll just keep heating it up, and your waves will just go away. That's the good part about Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat, is if you let it set and you need to move a little bit of something, if you don't like an area, you can heat it up and maybe use the heat gun or just blow it, and you can move it and it won't activate the rest of the resin. What's up, Vamp?
This is turning out better than I thought it would.
Valerie, it's hard to, unless you see it in person, it's hard to get, or actually do it, but you really have to use just a little bit of white. Like you really, like you think, oh, I want to make my waves nice and you know, have a big frothy wave. You just use a teeny bit.
That was definitely my issue in the beginning, was I was like loading it up with white. And that's just going to cover everything if you do it that way.
Sue Ashworth asks, has my order from last fire
What?
Sue Ashworth.
So what?
She wants to know if her from the last fire sale been out yet, her order.
Yeah, that's her dragon piece. I'll have to look and see if our assistant that was here while we were out of town sent yours and Karen's out. If not, those will be my priority. We're testing some new help in the shop.
Yeah, you don't really want to try to pour your wave lines. You want to use a small. You see that stick she's using? Like she literally just dips it in the resin and then just runs it along. And you could see how tiny those lines are. Are those coffee stir sticks? They pretty much are, right?
They are. They're coffee stirrers. I would use our stir sticks that we sell on our website, but we're running low. And I'd rather y'all have them. Still have about an inch in there. I'm gonna have to get a spoon.
An inch?
A half inch, sorry.
That's a lot of resin. Trisha Whistler says, Erica, that is way beyond beautiful. Thank you, Trisha.
Thank you. Oceans will always be like all the rage for resin art.
Sue said if it hasn't gone out yet, she needs to change her address. Just found out the owner wants the house back to renovate. Need to change address to my mom's house.
Sure, Sue. Shoot it to me in a text or like a Facebook message.
Lisa wants to know what the best silver is.
My favorite silver is aluminum from Just Resin. It comes in a paste or a powder, and it floats like Mayron or 007. There's a lot in the center.
Cindy asked which gold is used for the sand section. She spray painted that with Montana gold. Montana is the brand. It's basically a high end graffiti paint. It's very, very shiny, and it's called Gold. I think it's Black Label.
Yeah, it was a Black Label.
And they have acrylic and they have just regular spray paint in that.
The reason why I don't use a tan resin is because it like never looks good when you mix it in resin, first of all. But also, if my blue and tan were to start mixing here, because I'm using a lot of heat to push around the something. The resin, when you use a lot of heat to move your resin, you thin it out, and the thin resin is going to mix with the other colors you're using. Did I move that?
No, I did.
Oh.
I just want to move it over here so they can get.
Dang it. Keep doing that.
This is such a up close.
While you're here, did I fix that?
What? It's gold. How are you gonna fix it? Oh, try to get one of your things and just. Where's that at? Oh, there you go. But it might look good.
I mean, I can sink it, but I kind of don't mind those flecks of gold. Accidents are beautiful in my world. That is a happy little accident, I suppose. I'm gonna drop some of this Montana gold onto some of these rocks. Fire glass.
Debbie says those waves are perfect. Looks like Lost. Debbie, I used to watch Lost until the monster polar bears and the black fog and the island disappeared, and then it lost me. I love that. Was like one of the first shows I ever binge watched. Ooh, I'd put some glitter glass in there.
I'm gonna. Sure thing.
Woo woo. Yeah, no drips. I don't see why I would think that. Why would I think that?
That's dripping. I'm sure
What
some
I'm
of it will
thinking is
run.
like. I think all he did was just use. Are these two pieces put together?
I think so.
Ah, that's why. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to try to move this. I can see that a little bit better.
Okay.
I didn't get too much hair.
So because of gravity, a lot of this gold has fallen into my resin, which is fine. I just don't want it to be all flowered. So I just used my this to move it around a bit. Same with up here, if it flowered anywhere.
Lisa, it's MDF board. If you could see on this angle here, you could see towards the bottom. I'll zoom in on that a little bit for you.
Now for one of my most favorite
two
things.
MDF boards put together, and then they milled out the center, or what would that be called?
Nope.
Just cut out the center. Using a CNC. What are you doing there?
I'm putting fire glass. Nope. Glitter glass
Glitter
down.
glass.
This stuff is some of my favorite things I've ever to use in resin. It's so sparkly and so clean, so elegant.
Hello, Arlene. Welcome. Routed. There you go. Thanks, Susan.
It's like using glitter without the worry of it looking crafty or cheap because it's clear. It's like shavings of glass. What do you think about those gold flecks?
I think it's fun.
I do too, but I wanted to be sure I wasn't crazy.
Fix that. It's like I think I'm looking at it one way, and it is completely not that way. Oh my gosh, how is that doing that? Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Oh my gosh. So pretty. I'll have to watch later. I love it. That piece is so stunning. Thanks, Pam.
Can you see the glass and the?
I'll put you on Lucy if you want to take him for a little kind of a ride, I guess you could say. Let's see here. I'll turn this around, see if I can take you guys for a little ride.
Turn it the other way.
Won't go that way. Wow. That is beautiful. I think you should put a couple more of these guys in there.
Those accidental flecks.
Yeah. Yeah, super nice. Very nice, very nice. Treasure Island. Sparkle level 1000. Right, JJ? Thank you, Valerie. Says it's so beautiful.
I don't know how I would do that without risking.
Oh, just do it.
There's other islands out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes it more visually interesting.
We'll see you, Sue. Thanks for joining.
I'm happy with it. There are basically no drips on the edge. Alright.
Nice, very nice.
Thanks. I'll take this bad boy to the dust furzer.
Thank you. There's only one. All right, well. Alright, I don't know. She might be making, she might be making coasters, I'm not sure. She does have some left. Oh, she's got a whole thing out
Gloves over here.
there. Too soon.
Sorry, I just have a fair amount of resin
Let me
left.
close that line. I don't know why that light is so bright. It's amazing how much light comes in here off those buildings across the way.
You're okay, Lindsay. Just wait. No jumping.
He's like, you guys left one time already.
Can't handle it. I actually
Good boy, Peach. It's good.
think I need like a 20.
I want to get another one of these. I want to get like 2 more of these cameras, but they're.
Cameras are
this
expensive
camera-
right now.
I don't know. I don't think this particular one is. Like the others are expensive because they're like everybody's bought them because everybody's doing, you know, for the quarantine, they're going live or they're making their own videos.
Yeah.
Gail, it wasn't sand. It was, I guess you did say sand. So the color was gold from Montana. It was spray paint. All she did was just spray paint the center of that gold.
I did texture paint it with that stoned paint.
Teresa, Bobby is right here. He's sitting on the table. He's like, look at my goods.
Is he on his back?
He just rolled over.
Now that I have
He goes,
your
"You wanna see
attention,
me? Here's my goods.
Magic Mike, eat your heart out.
Yeah. Will you direct that, what is that, Lucy, to your right there? Just, no, go like that. More. And then bring it down. I want that to be like really up close. Just keep going and then I'll tell you, okay, now flip it more that way. There you go. Now it's a little, move it over that way. More. More. There.
I'm putting clear where I'm gonna have my sand area. I didn't prep this cradle board at all whatsoever, even at all a little bit. At all.
Dollar said, well, after watching this, I'm going to go sit in the corner and stare at peace and cry.
Stare at what?
I don't know, at peace? Oh, maybe, did you try one?
Oh, at her piece? Oh, is that who said earlier that they did the ocean pour and was like, meh.
Is that zoomed in or is that just an up-close camera? Jeez.
To be fair, everyone, I've done, I don't know how many resin paintings. Don't base what you do
Yeah, don't
off
beat
of
yourself
what we
up.
do.
She's done this quite often, so.
I just love this color. Bondi Blue has got to be one of the best pigments ever made. It's like perfect for oceans. It's that color when the ocean isn't quite so deep, so the blue of the water mixes with the tan of the sand, so it's got kind of a greenish hue to it. Maybe that's too deep for a quick ocean video, but
Liquid Cosmos are. Practice makes perfect sometimes. Practice always. Just practice. Practice when you don't feel like it. That's when it gets real good. Because you're kind of like, I don't want to do it. And then you do something and you're like, okay, now I want to do it. And then you go, you could discover a whole new way of doing something or a whole new style or color or just something. It's like doodling. Start doodling and stuff just, that's why it's always good. I try, but I'm afraid I'll always lose it to carry around a little doodle pad. And just, if you think of something or if you see something, just write it down or doodle it, because you never know. I do it every now and again. I'll just draw on a piece of paper, put it in my normally if I have my phone case or on my phone, I'll literally take a picture and then write a note on it, you know, in editing. Just write something on it just so you remember it.
Trying to work with what I got, B, before you give me any lip about it being a little bit too much.
And all she's using, y'all, if you notice, that's just a raw cradle board. That's one of our raw cradle boards. She didn't even paint it or nothing. There's that Mondo blue tint or paste. It's tint, right?
The dark one is a paste. The light one is a tint. And then I have clear, and then the white is also a paste. I made way too much white, PS, by the way. All right, let's get wavy. I'm just pushing till it starts to move, and then I move the heat gun.
And I think what that does is the heated resin that you're already heating is heating up next to it, so it makes it such a smooth transition, and it just kind of moves it along.
Probably. The paste that I used, the blue,
Is it
is starting to
selling?
sell. So now it looks like I have a blue octopus. Just wreaking havoc. Can you tell on camera?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to zoom in on the camera and see. I never use this zoom in, so bear with me, y'all. And I already have it zoomed in on the oh wow, look at that. It might go fuzzy. That's on my end. It's not on your end. That's pretty cool. Like, what if you did that and you let it dry, and then you kind of outlined it with like a little bit lighter blue and made it like an octopus tentacle, and then you put resin over that, and then you put some waves. Ooh, that would be fun.
If you want me to leave it like this so that you can make it octopus tentacle, you let me know.
Vamp. Oh my god, Jeff, paint a blue octopus. I love octopus. Like, the whole idea of octopus is amazing to me. I get like intimidated because of the tentacles and I don't like. I get there's a top and there's a bottom, but when it's twisting and turning and you know looping, I get confused on which way it should go, and then I worry other artists are like, oh my god, why would the suckers be on this side if they're on this side, and it just gets. I think about it way too much. But then when I just do it, like if I'm just messing around, I'll do it and it'll look halfway decent, but then I won't show it.
Now it looks bioluminescent. B, tell me what you want me to do with this. Are you
That's
making?
crazy looking though.
You gonna make an octopus, or am I painting over it?
Just do some more waves, and then we can let it dry, and then I'll draw.
You want me to do waves over this?
Not too much. Just do waves. I'm pointing at it like you can see it. I'm all yeah, do some over there, and then towards the tentacle area.
But okay.
Right, Debbie? Overthinkers Anonymous. I'm real bad about that.
I forget how well the paste will sell over anything. And so that's why I like to use mostly tints. So for people that are like, it can't get a sell ever. And I'm like, if you use the right thing, you will get sales.
Oh, that's fun. And do one towards the back. I would do a little bit bigger one, more defined. Like in between, I'm looking at it like, maybe you see it too. In between those two lights, the light reflection, can you see that?
No. Depends on where my head is,
Okay,
where the light reflection.
back, like, and then go about this much in. Nope, more, low, less. Half of that. More?
More
back,
where?
back.
Here?
There, yeah. And then I would do maybe like almost like a curvy line, like something fun of a curvy line. I wonder if that, okay. What?
It's a curvy line.
But you're doing.
Look, it's gonna disappear.
Well, thank you very much, Terry. Thank you for that. That's fun, though. Bowie, are you getting hot to trot? You getting hot up here? You just want to go, let's go see if we can get in front of your fan. Let's see.
My white is so heavy that it's sinking before I can even get the heat on it. So I'm gonna try to do it at the same time. So kids, don't try this at home.
We're trying it at the same time. Whoa, that's fun.
It was sinking. That's why all the waves back here look blue, because it was sinking before I could push it. But now it looks like a heartbeat monitor.
Erica, bam, new technique, bam. It's fun. I'll just leave that. That looks good.
Agreed. I just don't know why these frothy cells have dissipated.
I was gonna say, do some up there and like really wash them out.
Mm.
I was gonna say, make them very up and down, how they go up and then come back.
Oh yeah. Ooh, they put that
Oh, that
one.
looks great. Look at that. Yeah, that looks good. Looks perfect.
It's gonna be an octopus. So I overmade resin by 8 ounces.
Jacqueline, we always have that problem. Like, I have, we both have like really good phones, and we try to do true color videos, but that turquoise, man, some phones pick it up, some phones don't, but yeah, it's a hassle. I don't understand why. Arlene said, another winner, Erica. Photographing outside in direct sunlight, sometimes it works.
Use the zoom feature.
Yeah, a zoom feature so you don't get reflections. What I would suggest is to get a tripod, like either right over your piece or kind of next to it, just in an area where if you you move your phone to where there's no reflection and then zoom in on it, if that makes sense. Looks like she's gonna make some coasters.
I didn't know I had this Blue Lagoon left. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna mix in some Milky Way. Make it awesome.
And Jacqueline, that's great about your, she says, finally confident enough to sell my oceans after good feedback. Huge step, very excited. That's
Takes
always
a lot.
nice. Yeah, it's always nice getting good feedback. But if you get negative feedback and it's a constructive criticism and it's, the people are saying they're trying to help you, work with that. Run with that. Don't take it negatively. Don't take it like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Just use that and move on. If they're being mean, don't even listen to it. Like, it's from somebody you don't even know. You'll never meet that person, and that person's probably just unhappy, and let them have their unhappy life, and you move forward.
Tell them go eat a Snickers.
Yeah, go eat a Snickers and have an awesome day. And if they're from Texas, bless their heart, and they know what that means.
Anywhere in the South.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So that's a smush at this point.
Good night, Debbie. Thanks for hanging out. A smush.
I dropped a coaster into another one, so
Oh, I meant to do that.
totally meant to do that. This resin's been mixed for a couple hot minutes, so it's
An hour and
side.
30 minutes.
and it was in a large quantity, so I like this color all by itself. But Milky Way pasteled it out, which is crazy because I didn't think it would, but it's fine. Alright, let's hit some heat. Thin it out a little bit.
Virginia said, my Milky Way lid got stuck last week in the group pour, so I have to get more. I wonder if maybe if you can put a little heat on it, like if you do a heat gun and
I don't
use
see
a
why that
rag
wouldn't work.
and just, huh?
I don't see why that wouldn't work
And maybe that might work.
to loosen it. We have to do that on occasion with a number of our pigments that we use on the channel.
What you got going on over there?
I'm not sure. They look like marbles.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I would just do a center and just do a smush pour.
You would just do smushes?
Yeah, I would just put it right in the center and just do a smush or a line. I mean, I wouldn't do thin lines like that. What the heck can I
Thicken 'em
do?
up? So you want to do
Well,
just this?
Not on all of them. You just do it on one and smush. Babe, do what you want to do. There you go. Smush pours are fun. They take out the. There you go. Just
Alright.
let it sit.
See what it does.
And see what it do.
See, you guys, we don't always make perfection. Sometimes we make these. Stop it. Can we turn this? Can't remember. Let's go for it. Shut up. It's gonna settle and it's gonna be beautiful.
Virginia, just barely heat it. Don't like sit there and hold it on there. You're not trying to melt it. You're just trying to loosen the resin.
Pigment.
And maybe
Is it pigment or resin? I thought her Milky Way was fused.
she got resin on the Milky Way in it. Dried. Maybe using a butter knife and hitting the rim of the lid of the canister, just around, just like you're opening up like peanut butter or jelly. Like just hit the rim of it, just with the butter knife, and try to open it that way. What is a sparkle blue?
It's Blue Lagoon from Color Obsession, the tint with Milky Way in it. That one turned out fun though. That one can live. This one can live. This one can live. If I can pick it up. And this one can live. I have 2 more coasties and a little bit of resin, and then we're gonna be done.
Got resin on the lid. Yeah. Maybe just just take your heat gun and just kind of act like a wizard's wand and just go around the lid, and then wrap it in a rag so you don't, if it gets too hot, you don't want to burn yourself. But I don't know. I've never had that problem, so maybe we should try to do a video on that. That might be a helpful video, and so.
I'm really excited to see you use a heat gun as a wizard's wand.
I meant just like, waving it over it. You're not sitting there holding it on there.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. I'm just trying to use up all this leftover resin, and the only color I have left over is white. I don't know why I always make so much white. Never end up using it.
It's like the least amount of paint you use. You're on Lucy? Yeah.
I try to make sure it comes out of all the sides so that there's no like dry spots.
That's fun. Looks like a planet.
It's Planet Resin. Very, very sticky planet. That'll lay back flat. All right.
And if you guys just joined us, welcome. What she's doing, she's just using the leftover resin for coasters, which is always a must that we tell people. Unless you want to practice with it, that's your prerogative. But practice making coasters, that would be the ideal thing. So if they do turn out, you can sell them. And just to let you know, we've been live for an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 38 minutes, and this resin is still workable. Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat has an amazing working time. Oh, that was fun.
Right then, let's take these little coasties. Make sure cats don't get in them.
Alright, I'm just going to clean up that area. And she is Fanny. What did I want to show you guys? I wanted to show you guys something. Oh, I want to show you this. Let's see, let's go up. This is the geode that we'll be using for the Pour With Us Volume 5. Man, that is like really, this must be wide angle or something. This is our 12-inch geode, and it's a new geode that I made. We don't sell any of these on the website. These are just for the kit that I made. Let's see, we'll pull out all the colors and everything that you get. So you get the geode, you get some cups, you get a bunch of sticks, which there's more in here. You get an 8-ounce Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat kit with it. You get a little sucky thing. What is this?
Pipette
Pipette.
or
You
sucky
get
thing.
some gold in a little jar. You get purple topaz in a little jar. You get Snow White.
Yes.
Snow White. You get some glitter glass. You don't need a lot for this size. You get a mixing cup. Oh, and then you get, what is this? This purple?
That's Berry
Berry.
by Color Passion.
You get a rag. You get some gloves, more stir sticks, and some swipies. That all comes in the kit. And we moved it a day back on ordering them. The class is August 25th. And we stopped selling them on the 19th so that we do make sure that everybody gets their kit. Because FedEx and...
Classy?
Whoa, very classy. Everybody gets their kit. Well, we got sound. Emma, we always get a thumbs down. We don't worry about it. There's people out there that they have their own opinion. We just say, if you don't like it, if there's something about it you don't like it, and you give us a thumbs down, at least let us know why and how we can change it to better it. You know, we're always wanting to better. We're always, you know, we can't please everybody. Everybody has their own opinion and whatnot.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. Thanks, Vamp. Yeah, the gold is liquid. Very liquidy. You see it?
Now you can show them your rag.
I already showed it to them. So yeah, the kits are on our website, artisttilldeath.com. August 25th is the date. Just tune in at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All skill levels welcome. We do encourage 13 and up for ages. Because it does have to deal with stickiness and heat and sometimes fire if you use a torch. And chemicals. Yep. Jude, we love the Two-Face as well. I think we just got some more of that in.
We did.
Yes, we have a fire sale on the 8th, August 8th. Tune in for that. Vamp will be here for that. Thank you, Valerie. You're here. That's all that matters. Catch the next one. So thank you so much for joining us. Sorry for being away as long as we were, but sometimes we just need a little break. What else was I going to say? Can't remember. Thank you to all of our little blue wrenches out there. Our mods, they keep people in line. They help us with answering questions, and if people need to find stuff on our website or links or Amazon links or whatever it may be. What time is the fire sale? We'll probably start. What is that on a Saturday?
It's Saturday. I think. Is Vamp still in the room?
I would like to start it a little early.
Yeah, I
It
think I
always
put
goes
it 1 or
really
2
late.
hours earlier. I can't remember which.
Vamp, what time does that? Oh, 6 p.m. on Texas time. All right, that's perfect. So this is all of our fun stuff here.
So if you want to see that video in a time-lapse form, check out our other channel, ATD Time-Lapse. Or you can watch it again, but in fast forward. But if you want to hear us talk about it, you're just going to do that here because I don't have time to do voiceover. Sorry. All not sticky anymore.
I'm a little blue wrench. A Disney character. Have a big donation coming your way. Thank you. Well, thank you, Jude.
Hey, Jude. Every time. I just want to take a nap now. I still feel like we didn't catch up from our trip out of town. Never mind. Can't nap.
Boy's up. He's like, Mom's talking. All right. You guys have an awesome night. Thank you all so much for showing up, being loyal and keeping up with us and sharing and liking and commenting and donating. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate it. So with that said, be kind to one another. You never know what somebody's going through.
Boys want to say hi.
Always want to say hi.
This is Baby Moo. He's the one that has a little bit of a cough.
Look at him just looking at her.
This is Baby Beans. He's the one that showed you his junk earlier. Love him.
So yeah. Oh yeah, and we have a new intro coming. I haven't looked at it yet. I had to make a few adjustments. Hopefully it's what I like. He's a pretty cool guy. I figured I would be like griping about it, but he's doing good. He just does it and then sends me another one. Cool cat. And then when we do, we'll probably have it tomorrow. If we like it, we'll use it tomorrow, and then we'll get all his information if you guys want to check him out. His name is Paul. I want to say Paul. I don't think I've ever called him his name in person. Paul. He's a DJ. He's a wizard on the computer. He does screen printing. He fixes watches. Unless that was somebody else, I'm not sure. Like, he had a whole entire Rolex taken apart, like he was doing a live. I don't know, it was amazing. All right, I'm going. You guys have an awesome night. Have an amazing Saturday night. If you go out, wear your mask, stay 6 feet, be courteous. Even if you're not into it, just be courteous of others. And if you're not into it, just stay home. That's it. That's all you got to do. Have a good night. You guys are all awesome. So yeah. No questions? Thank you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
That's it, bye.